I'm Kate, and my story starts in 2019 when I stopped drinking alcohol, which led me to start moving through the world in a more intentional way. In January 2023, I was thrown a bit of a curveball when I was diagnosed with invasive lobular breast cancer. I'm the mum to Oscar, who is nearly 21 years old, and my almost 12-year-old cockapoo called Ziggy. A recent rent increase has priced me out of where we live in Surrey, so I've decided to follow my heart, completely change my life, and to start a brand new adventure. Meet Birdie. She is a 2018 Ford Transit Custom 340 long wheelbase, and she's soon heading to Horsham to Wild Box Adventures to be converted. I bought Birdie from a local van dealership in February this year, and I've spent the last 3 months sanding and painting her exterior. She was a white highway maintenance vehicle, and now her bodywork, apart from the roof, is a beautiful forest green. It's not perfect by any stretch, but working on her through all weathers these last few weeks has grown my confidence. She's much bigger than any vehicle I've owned previously, but I'm already feeling at home in the cab. There's something about driving a van that puts a smile on your face. I've kept the roof white to keep her cool in summer and to help the solar panel do its job. She'll have full electrics, an antenna for solid internet setup, a fixed bed, tiny kitchen with a fridge, compost toilet, privacy windows, a max fan for ventilation, and a diesel heater for the colder months. I'll be living and working full-time in Birdie with my dog Ziggy from March next year. I'm planning lots of adventures. I want to connect with our ancient heritage and landscapes, to step outside my comfort zone, and to live closer to the natural world. The woods are massively important to me, and I've got my phone propped up against an old beech tree that was felled 3 years ago when I was going through my cancer treatment, which was really devastating. This tree means so much to me. It's the place that I come all the time and have done over the past few years. I just feel inspired by being in nature and the woods. All my best ideas happen here. All my best ideas have happened right here where this tree is right now, and it's actually where I got the idea for Abundant Times and the name for Abundant Times. I was literally walking away from seeing tree. She's an old beech. I will tell her story more, and as I was walking away, I just got a flash in my head of Abundant Times, and that's how it was born. Being alcohol free gave me the time and space to step into my creative self. I've been painting abstract portraits and protest art for the past few years, but I wanted to get closer to the land. In January 2020, I secured an allotment plot, and in my quest to learn how to grow food in the most environmentally responsible way, I stumbled upon Australian permaculture legend Morag Gamble. I signed up to Morag's Permaculture Education Institute, and a whole new world that I had no idea existed sprung up before me. This led to my role as the publicist for regenerative farming feature film 6 Inches of Soil, which launched at COP28 in December 2023.
We are marching for soil and marching for the planet. I am here in London for the Restore Nature Now March, representing 6 Inches of Soil and my blog Abundant Times. We are calling on the next government to put the climate agenda top front and centre so that we have a livable planet for the future generations.
My diagnosis came a year after I joined 6 Inches of Soil. At the first hospital appointment, I was told it was very likely I had cancer. It was shocking. The tumour was 28 millimetres and has spread to 3 of the 23 lymph nodes removed from under my right arm. I had belt and braces treatment, which started with 8 rounds of bi-weekly chemo in March 2023, and then 15 sessions of daily radiotherapy. It was brutal. My hair began falling out after my second round of Red Devil chemo, which is when my son Oscar shaved my head. 10 days later, I was bald. It's really hard to describe what it's like being diagnosed with cancer. 1 minute you're just living your life, and the next minute your life is completely upended. It's really, really difficult. My cancer was lobular breast cancer. I didn't have any idea that there were different types of breast cancer. It affects 22 women in the UK every day and is 15% of all diagnoses. I discovered the Lobular Moonshot project in 2023, a few months after I was diagnosed, because I couldn't find anything out online about this cancer really. It was just really basic knowledge. And in May that year, Dr. Susan Michaelis, who's a total legend, launched the Lobular Moonshot project because she herself had been diagnosed a few years before. And by that time, she was stage 4 metastatic disease. She became a very close friend, and sadly she passed away in July last year, and I miss her massively. Throughout last year, I ran the publicity for the Lobular Moonshot project campaign and the social media, and this story is going to continue in my van life journey because I am now writing a book called The Healthcare Rebellion, and I want to speak to women across the UK who've been affected by this disease, but also other diseases, because women's health is massively underfunded. With lobular, there is no specific treatment, even though this disease has been known about for years. And when I say years, I mean it was first discovered in the 1940s. And in the 1970s, there was a clearer understanding, but there's still, the research is woefully neglected, and the Lobular Moonshot project has been lobbying the UK government to try and change that. My treatment finished in September 2023, which is when I was told I was NED, which is no evidence of disease. But I don't think I will ever really think of myself as being cancer free, because we know how this disease works, sadly. So I am always on alert. It's not something I think about every single day, but it is always in the back of my mind. And as soon as I have any kind of symptom that I know might be related to the cancer coming back, then I am on it straight away. And that's never going to go away. It's always going to be there. It's Monday the 1st of June 2026, and I'm just heading into the hospital to have my last ever bone infusion. Yay! This is why this journey in Birdie is so important. Like I said before, I have no idea if this cancer is going to come back. But if it does, then I want to know that I have spent some time having some adventures and being out in the world. I have spent the last 7 years before my cancer diagnosis being in my hermit cave, but I'm coming back out into the world now, and I'm excited to go and meet new people, talk to people about their health experiences, their cancer experiences, go to some permaculture gardens, some regenerative farms, some environmental sites, and just go back out into the world and have some fun as well. I will be working still, and it's going to be really interesting. I'm under no illusion. I know this journey is going to be hard, but I really want that challenge. I'm desperate for the challenge, if I'm honest. So if you want to follow along, hit the subscribe button.